Welcome back to another episode of The Devil's Mic. This is your host, Johnny Zapata, and today I'm here with the man behind Fall. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Jesse Santos.
Jesse Santos, the mastermind. So let's go ahead and we were gonna, because the band was gonna be here, but that coronavirus, you know, had them not come. So let's go ahead and just hop into it. Just talk about just the project in itself. So I never realized that Fall has been around for as long as it has, since like oh 09, 010, or oh 09 and 10. And I heard about it the first time a couple years back when you were releasing the latest EP, and backtracked and listened to everything. So I just want to talk a little bit about the history of Fall, what drove you to create Fall, and just the scheme of things.
For sure, yeah. Started it almost 10 years ago, and this is when I was like starting to like write my own material and stuff. So prior to that, I was in like other bands and stuff, and it was never like a team effort and stuff. It was more like with those bands, like they kind of wrote the music and I played whatever, and I didn't want that. I wanted something that I could build something with, and with like the friends that I had at the time. And just make a band of my own and make a sound of our own. And yeah, we made at that time we made a 3-song demo. It didn't have a title and stuff. It had the first iterations of songs that are on like the first actual album. Right. Stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, right. It has been. So you said before you started writing metal music, you used to write other types of music before, or?
No, I started with metal.
Okay,
for sure. Yeah. But I did delve into like other styles and stuff as I start to write more, start to listen to more bands and stuff.
Right.
And with that, I incorporated that into Fall's music.
Yeah, nice. And one thing I wanted to mention, because I never pictured you to be like a singer, and because you always lead guitar and one band or another, and then whenever I threw on the EP and all the other songs, I'm like, dang, this dude got some pipes. When did you start like singing, and what made you want to go into singing?
Well, I've always had a likeness to singing, especially when I was younger and stuff. But I really didn't start taking it like seriously until I started Fall, because I became like the vocalist and stuff. I wanted to sing as well. So from then up until now, it's all been self-taught. I've had like a handful of lessons, and I've watched like vocal tutorials and all that stuff, and just to get me to do it right and stuff. But like majority of like my singing is like just like the experience I've gained over the years. And I apply that to whatever we're writing and stuff.
Right on. Let's go ahead and talk about some writing that y'all have done. So again, I backtracked, listen to the demo, listen to the EP, and were these two releases kind of a way to help you figure out the direction you wanted to go with Fall, or was that something you already had in mind as far as where you want to take this?
For the EP?
Yeah, for the EP and the demo, I'm trying to find your sound.
Oh, gotcha. Well, for the demo, it was more like, let's get these songs out of the way, because these are the ones we have. So, we recorded them, got them out. But the EP, the one that we released most recently, yeah, that was a more like, I guess, cohesive unit of what Fall is. We had like our old drummer Lorenzo in it and stuff, and we finally started like writing together as a whole band. And that style became kind of like the dominant sound on that EP. We kind of wanted to take more of like a ghostly like approach to like our sound, have more ethereal like guitar parts and stuff, a lot more clean singing and stuff. And yeah, that was a product of that.
Yeah, nice. And let's go ahead and talk about the Insatiable Weakness, released January 2016. Now I saw that Dirk Verburen from Soilwork is on the album. You haven't filled in for drums, and I've noticed that's one of your biggest influences. Well, one of the influences, I guess, that comes into the band. Yeah. What was it like working with Dirk and being able to have him on your album?
And it was a total honor to have him on there. How did it start? Well, it started because on the first Fall EP, I got Bjorn, the singer solo, to like sing on one of the songs, and he also helped with the vocal tracks and stuff. And with that, I gained like a sort of friendship with Soilwork, because they played in Corpus probably like a year after we did that EP. We opened up for them, and I got to talk to Dirk and stuff. He was like super cool guy, and probably like a year later than that, we were ready to like record the album, but our drummer at the time quit. So I was like, man, what the fuck are we gonna do, you know? So I saw that Dirk did like session drums and stuff, so I just put the feelers out and just to see what he would say, and he was totally down to do it. And I'm like, yeah, this is like the way, this is the path we're gonna take for this album. And he totally destroyed it. He's like, it is too sick what he does on that album.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a blessing and a curse too, because like, you know, like the people who have like tried to try out the Fall listen to that album and they're like, oh, I'm not gonna do that, dude. I'm like, okay, it's cool, man. Yeah.
That's all right. Nah. But yeah, I mean, not only that, but the album in itself, you know, along with the drums, listening to songs like Harvest and To Dust that you've had released prior to that, you know, all those sound so clean and everything fits so well. One thing I wanted to mention as far as like, you know, Harvester goes was the guest vocals you had from Jesse Fry.
Yeah.
So talk to us about how it was working with Jesse and, you know, I guess the direction you're trying to take it from when you originally recorded it to, you know, at that point.
Well, the song Harvester is like it's kind of like a love song kind of, or like broken love, like broken heart type shit, you know. And I wanted it to have like a female voice on there. And David, our bass player, like discovered this singer from Dallas, Jessie Fry, and I'm like, I think her voice is not really good on this song, and I hit her up, and she was totally down to do it. Total sweetheart too, and really easy to work with. Like, finished the track in about 2 or 3 days, and like all her parts and stuff, and it was awesome to get her on that track. And she's doing great now. I don't know if you like seen what she's been doing recently, but yeah, awesome stuff, and like the whole synthwave like movement and stuff, and she's doing really well.
Shout out Jesse. Yeah, shout out Jesse. And To Dust was another standout track that I've listened to, not only on that EP or that album, but you know, prior to. And I like how you kept the similar styles. You didn't really change much. Really, just honestly took some stuff out to kind of condense it a little bit because it was a little bit on the lengthy side. But all in all, a good track. Everything is composed so well. Everything meshes so well together, and you know, if you guys haven't listened to it, I recommend going and listen to it. Yeah. Now, why were those two songs chosen out of the ones you've already had, as far as like the demo and then the EP after the demo you had?
It's just a strong song. It was the first Fall song I wrote, actually. Actually, no, that's a lie. It was the second Fall song I wrote, and I don't know. It's just it's fast, it's melodic, it's heavy, and in its condensed form, like the album form, it's like it just hits super hard, and yeah, it had to be on the album for pretty much, you know. It like led really well into the track after that, Empty, which is like an excerpt from a demo song called An Empty World, and yeah, it came out really cool. I thought those two would mesh really cool together.
Yeah, they did. And if you listen to the track, I was listening to To Dust, what we were talking about, and then the song after followed up, and it just seemed like one big song.
Yeah.
And it tripped me out because I was like, wait, is this the same song? And then it was a different song, but you know, just all in all, the album in itself, you know, you have everything working so well with each other, and you know, you can listen to it over and over. I ran out of, you know, listens to on not Spotify, but on Bandcamp, so I'm probably gonna have to go buy that, throw it on repeat. So it was like, sorry, you ran out of turns or whatever. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah, yeah. It's like, open your wallet. I'm like, all right. Now let's go ahead and talk about the latest EP the latest EP you released, 4-track EP. It's kind of like a different take, like you were saying earlier. The guitar styles, you have more clean vocals in this. And there's one thing I want to talk about here in a minute, but what made you want to choose that direction to, you know, kind of bring it back a little bit, but still have those heavy parts on that, you know, EP?
Honestly, just what felt right, writing-wise. I was like getting super into like messing with like tones and stuff, and just writing riffs in a clean setting rather than using distortion. And like it kind of like my creativity like kind of blossomed because of that. Like it was something that I hadn't really tried before,
Right.
and like when I did, it just like, oh, I have this idea, I have this idea, and they're all like riffs that are like clean riff and stuff. I was also able to like jot down all my ideas like with the app called GarageBand
Yeah.
on my phone. So like I got like a cheap little interface and just recorded any idea that came to mind, and like everything. Well, the majority of things that I wrote on that EP were pre-recorded on that GarageBand app. So and just like the clean stuff took dominance, and I just wanted to roll with that.
Yeah, and not only that, but like you were saying before, how it kind of started off as like a solo project, and then you bring these guys into it, and you're like, laying it out on the field, like, what do you guys have to put into this? And everything comes together really well. Everybody has their own personality, and you can really see that or hear that rather in the music. So I really like the way that stands out compared to your other stuff. Not saying that undermining or anything like that, but no, everything comes together really well, and I can't wait to see what you guys have coming up as far as like new music goes. But one thing I wanted to mention was this song that was not on the album, Tears in Rain. Yeah, so talk to us about Tears in Rain and why it was taken out.
The elusive fifth song on the EP. Yeah, it's actually going to be the new single.
Okay.
It's going to be that song. It's just a beast of a song. It's like a fall on steroids,
Right.
and it has like the clean stuff, the melodic death riffing. It even has like death metal riffing, like tech death stuff. And it's just we didn't have time to like finish tracking it when we were over there at South Wing. That's the place where we recorded the EP at over in Houston, and we had to make a choice whether to try and fit that song in the tracking session or to cut it and worry about it another time. And we chose to focus on the other four because I think they would have suffered had we tried and recorded Tears that like around that time.
Right.
And yeah. So I'm glad we took the time to wait on working on that because now it just sounds way better. Like the vocals came out fucking sick. The guitar playing's way cleaner now. And yeah, we're just a more confident band now.
Yeah, for sure. And I like how you put it, and I was thinking the same thing. They probably took it out because they didn't want to have less love on the other songs and have the other songs suffer. Not only that, but it gives you a little bit more time to work on this song to kind of master it before you actually go in and lay it down. So shout out South Wing. I know that's where you guys are recording your upcoming album or upcoming stuff, right?
I would like to. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
One last thing I wanted to mention about that last EP was listening to it, especially coming from that other stuff you had started out with. I almost got like a Times of Grace vibe to it, the side project from Killswitch Engage. So they usually keep the same type of, like influences, but also, make it their own and make it soft. You have the soft parts, you have the heavy parts, but I like that all in all. So now what should people expect from, new music coming forward?
Well, the new single, of course, but I am beginning like the early phases of the second album. I don't know when that will happen, but it's being written. Now I'm like just kind of attacking it piece by piece and stuff, but it's definitely going to be a darker album. It's going to be heavier. It's going to contain more heavy like subject matter and stuff. And yeah, it's going to be, I'm really excited to get to work on that because it's going to be something.
It's going to be something. Now, when should people expect the release for the single?
I'm thinking beginning of April. Yeah.
Nice. Right around the corner, so y'all be on the lookout for that.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, let's go ahead and move on and talk about music videos that you've done. So you've released one, and I believe you're going to be releasing one here pretty soon. Talk to us about the production of those, and I guess the type of story you're trying to portray for the song you were doing it for.
Sure. For Longing Spirits, that was our very first music video, and the song's a sort of ghost story. And we had a super small budget, but we made it work. We did it in our bass player's living room, just like dimmed out everything, like closed out all the lights and stuff, got a bunch of candles and shit. Try to make it look as much as a horror movie as we could, and I think we like succeeded at that. For sure. We also like got our friend to bring his skulls. He's a collector of oddities and stuff, and he has a few human skulls, and I was like, dude, I want to use those for the video. He's like, okay, just be careful with them, you know. And where I was like holding the thing and just super delicate to hold like something like that, you know. But yeah, super crazy experience. It was fun. We did it in 2 days. It was actually flooding the first day, but we made it work. It was raining like cats and dogs over in Corpus that day, and you know, and it kind of just set the mood for like the rest of the day, you know.
Yeah.
The actress that we hired was super like excited to work in the thing, and she was even like a creative part in the whole thing.
Nice. It would have been tight to have some lightning in the back coming through the lights or the windows, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
pretty sick.
definitely.
All right, let's go ahead and move on from here, and let's talk about any upcoming shows you have. I know you're on a little run right now, doing, you know, Austin. We're coming to take it live, and you got a show tomorrow in Houston, but this is gonna already be out by then, or before then. After that. Yeah, you're good. And so, what other shows do you guys have coming up other than these 2 shows?
Next show's coming up will be, well, the one tomorrow over at White Oak Music Hall. I'll be doing the acoustic thing as well. But as far as shows in the future, I'm not really sure yet. I'm kind of booked up with my other bands up until like June or so. But if I can fit something in around May, I'll totally do it. A full band this time.
Full band,
Yeah.
Tonight we're doing a little acoustic set, so hopefully there's some footage out there for that, so you guys can check it out. But let's go ahead and wrap this up. You know, is there anything that we had missed? Anything we want to touch on? Or
We kind of covered a lot of things, and I think everything. But yeah, just be sure to jam us on Spotify, get those streams up. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Get on our YouTube channel and stuff. And yeah, we'll be on the link below.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description. So, any shout-outs you want to give anything?
The guys playing tonight, Dawn Disillusion, Nahaya, and Death Will Tremble, Come and Take It Productions. You know, like, I'm glad that, you know, they're allowing me to continue the show as an acoustic set.
Yeah.
So it means a lot that they're letting me do this. So.
Right on. But yeah, again, check out Fall, Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp. Follow them on social media. Again, I'm gonna put the links down below. And yeah, I mean, that's all we got for today's episode of The Devil's Mic. We out.